All right, we're back in our beginner playthrough of Toll Listeneth, the Topcities in Dwarf Fortress. We'll just start up and work our way down and see what we've got. So we've got a trading post up here, and we haven't got our first trade yet. So we'll have to make sure we got some stuff to give them. We've got our still working, and we're going to get a few more mine plots going, and we're going to go down a few layers because we had, I think, steep soil, and or no, I think it was because we're on a mountainside. And so here we have our craft floor going with the basic shops, carpenter, crafts, and stone workers. And then if we go down, we kind of got our living floor with a kitchen, another still. Did I set up the meeting area? I did, so they can come hang out at the Drunken Jester. I'm still working on bedrooms after I just got my second wave of, or no, my first wave of migrants. So I think what we should do, what do we got in there? We don't got many beds. We do have our office set up, and our expedition leader is the making all the decisions on the work order plans. So I've got basic stuff set up. Make door, blocks, specific type of blocks, limestone crafts. So we are going to have some things to. Do I have this set up? Empty shield mugs is 50. And as long as we have greater than 20 limestone, they'll keep making crafts. So that'll give us something to trade when the time comes. And yeah, so we've got our expedition leader set up as the manager, broker, and bookkeeper right now. So I think that's the little temporary sleeping area. So what we're going to do, I think we're going to set up a work order. What do we have the most of? Shale or limestone? I think I'm going to make them bauxite anyways. So let's go rock, door, make a work order for that, and bed. So these are just going to be one-time work orders just so we can get a few more. So make 8 more bed, make 8 rock door. Nope, I always do that at a box site. Okay, so we'll unpause the game, let him go. I don't have a lower floor. I might actually dig that out. This is just like a temporary storeroom. But what I'll do in the future anyways is I will turn this entire area probably into like a throne room. I'll build walls and everything. What are you fighting? The miner's upper body takes the full force of the impact, bruising the fat through the wolf leather dress. The miner's left hand takes the full force, and the part splits in gore. The artery has been opened by. Oh man. Like I was gonna bleed out, and I don't even have a hospital. Where did the wolf go? Okay, so I guess I don't even know what we can do. If we can stop this, uh, can we set a chief medical dwarf? We could. Probably nobody has skill. And then we have to set up. Okay, let's just see how this plays out. What? A section of the cavern. Right, because the way I mined it. Is this guy conscious? Injured health. Treatment diagnosis required. So yeah, I'm not even close to that. I think we're just going to let it play out, and hopefully he doesn't die. Really? Or is he awake now? He must be awake. Well, the roof collapsed on that guy, and then a guy got attacked by a wolf. Fun stuff. Okay. Go back down to these rooms. Hopefully they've crafted a couple of these doors. Just going to put these doors out. You got some. Oh, I always forget after the first time you play, you got to keep building. And in this case, use closest. Okay. And furniture, bed. Do I have the game seats load? Bed, 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 bed. Okay. Millions hide everywhere, so we're not going to worry too much about it. So this is going to be our dining hall potentially here. I'm not going to rush to get it. I feel like the happier you make your dwarves, the more migrants come and the more hectic it gets. So we'll just try and keep wealth low. We got all the basic work orders happening. Basic. Food, storage, doors and beds, and some money makers. Yeah, we're doing all right for that. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to get our miners to dig out this area a little bit more. And then I think I'm actually going to adjust the layout a little bit. I'm going to destroy this craft dwarf workshop. And then we'll put crafts once they get to it. Busy, eh? Storing items, crafting items. Well, I might as well do more things while they're busy. And this is this is a bad habit I've noticed, that if you keep the game paused, like you can line up tons of stuff, but then it really slows down the dwarfs, right? So, you know, you got to pause in little fragments, I think, not keep it paused for extended periods. Okay, so these can now all become multi-bedrooms. Done. So that's an additional 7. So what did I do? 7 on each side? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 14 beds for 15 people. You know, I should probably search it up if kids need their own bed, or if they just, yeah, drop where they lie and sleep on the floor. I'm going to shrink this stockpile like that, and then make it all that way. Oh, I guess I'll get rid of there too. Then we'll select this one. Oops, not shrink it, grow it, accept. And then this one can take items from anywhere. There we go. That shouldn't have been off. Okay, so probably, actually, you know what we'll do? Why did they do that? How did they mine that out? I guess we can turn that into our entrance. It's not ideal, but it'll work. Yeah, sure. We'll make that happen. We're going to turn all of that, and then what we'll do is we'll turn that into a sleeping area. We'll turn that into the not barracks, dormitory. So we'll go and we'll cancel these beds here. What is this, drink? So we want this stockpile. So on my other games, I've messed around a little bit, and you can make sure you keep stockpiles filled to an extent. So we don't need this to be super big, right? We can change this stockpile to that size, because when we go to it, it's just for food and drink. But what we want to do is we want this stockpile to take items from this stockpile. And then so when we look at this stockpile now, it'll say it's giving items to the other stockpile. So what they'll do is they'll make sure that other one is stocked, so that the workers have something to drink over there. And we could also set that up for food as well. Let's focus on this room really quick and put in some beds while the guys finish up. Oops, we can just use closest. There we go, that looks kind of nice, eh? For now, perfect. And then so we'll set this area up as the dormitory. We don't need all this space here. That doesn't need to be included. There we go. That'll be the dormitory. And then so we can go and find this dormitory, and we can make that disappear. Okay, so stuff. Oh, I didn't build the craft shop again. Dwarf shop, craft shop, whatever you call it. Dwarfsmanship. craft dwarf ship. What were we building stuff out of? Shale? I think so. What can we do here? Altar, we should probably get that happening too. Altar, oh, do I have coffers and cabinets being crafted yet? I don't. I don't want to make him too happy, but I think I'm going to at least do coffers. So we'll do a rock coffer. Coffin. Make... Yeah. Make 2 rock coffer. Oops. 2 rock coffer out of limestone. If the amount of empty coffers is less than 2. And then we need to have 2 limestone to do that. Okay. And then... Yeah, I'm not going to worry about cabinet right this second. But we definitely want coffers, because then people can store stuff in their rooms. I've noticed if you don't put a coffer down, people will bring all sorts of food and leave it there, and then you'll get rotting food. It's like, it's amazing. It's like, my guess is it's the children, you know? It would make sense. What other shops we got to worry about? You know what? I usually like to have more people before I create a militia, but I don't know. After that wolf attack, I kind of feel like I should make that a priority too before a temple. So that's right there. So what we'll do is we'll mine this area out, because I gotta work over there because they collapsed the roof, but they don't need to dig it, right? It's hard to tell. Oh yeah, right, if you put R on. If you put, no, did I rebind keys or something? What? I know I did that, but that makes sense. Okay. Anyways, dig out this spot right here. And then, do we have anybody? Planter, Fisher, Dwarf. This guy's a legendary bone carver. Are you anything else? Competent bow dwarf. Actually, see, that's the problem. I don't have enough weapons or anything really to make like a bow squad. I don't think they start you with that. Ammunition. Yeah, there's no ammunition and weapons. So yeah, they give you actual weapons. So yeah, so what we'll do is we're just basically going to pick somebody to be our militia captain. Fisher, Dwarf, and I've got... Do I have fish here? Do we have access to fish? Maybe not. He's not bringing anything home anyways. Oh, I need more food, eh? Okay, so let's go. That's what I'm going to focus on right now. Food. I don't want my dwarves to starve. Workshops, farming, farm plot. Do a farm plot there. And then we've got plump helmets in there. Wait for them to finish, and then we'll put plump helmets. Okay. And then nothing to catch in the western swamps. Okay. And I got room in the stockpile for drink. Okay. So then there's not a ton to... Oh. Yeah, maybe there is. Okay, so if I go like this, if we zoom out a bit, and I select gather fruit, we'll start on this layer here. And so this is what the Z layers does. It makes stuff a little more visible. So if I select that, as far as I know, it's selecting all of these layers to gather fruit. Did I not do it on this one here? That's a good one to do it on. Autumn is here, and can I We'll just go like that. And we're going to turn off gather fruit in trees. We just want vegetables and shrubs and stuff that's fallen on the ground. Did that one already. Can I not start this layer because it's a layer higher? Or? Huh, interesting. Anyways, we'll leave it as is. They're here and they're unloading. So let's go over. Now, trading is fairly simple. It's about good relations with your faction more than anything. I don't think it's super important to worry about all the other factions, but I mean, elves are hard to please anyways, so don't worry about the elves. Humans, I feel like you can get some decent stuff depending on how you want to play the game, especially if you want to try like farming. They've got a whole bunch of outdoor farming stuff, so you could definitely check that out. What we're gonna do though is I think we'll bring the gems. This seems to have a lot of our good stuff, so we're not gonna bring that bin. That bin's only worth 100. Well, I didn't craft very much stuff. Cause yeah, all of that. I mean, I could manually place stuff, but that's kind of a pain in the butt. And I want all those. Well, I guess we'll bring that. We're not going to sell our copper or weapon or cloths. Okay, we'll bring this along too. We don't have to sell it all. I don't think they're going to really want those. Just trying to see if I have any other forms of money. Easy money. Okay, that'll be good enough for now. It doesn't have to be a massive trade. I think the idea is I think one time I said I didn't want anything and they didn't seem too happy about it. It's like you at least want to trade something. So we're awaiting 3 items. They're finishing unloading. And so this guy's going to tell us some information. The expedition leader, blah, blah, blah. I'm your liaison from the mountain homes. So this means it's from your faction or your civilization. And then they're going to add information to the civilizations, which we'll check in a minute here. And this is where they ask you for what you want them to bring. So I personally am more a fan of bringing a bunch of leather stuff. So I scroll down until you start seeing the, like, as far as I'm concerned, normal animals. And we want this stuff because it's actually cheap. And then we can make quivers and leather armor and that kind of stuff. So we want that. I won't tell them to bring cloth. Actually, I'll tell them to bring pigtail cloth because it's pretty decently cheap. We don't need crafts. I'll tell them to bring me some more of these and pigtail seeds so we can start growing our own cloth. We'll bring iron anvil just in case. No weapons. No. Yeah, bring some picks for me. I should be getting into mining soon, or smelting and stuff, but right now I don't have any lignite or bituminous coal, so it's kind of a pain to start an industry when you have to rely on wood. So yeah, then it's like, then your other option is magma, and it's like, I don't know if I want to jump into that and go straight down into the deep depths and open up caverns and all that stuff. So we'll go with the flow here. I always like to say bring a few toys for the children. I could probably make my own, but... And then bring me bags. Bags always seem to be a pain in the butt. Not really, I guess, but if you want sand and stuff on hand, that's the idea. You want to do it with bags. So we do all the normal... And the reason I do this is it's cheaper. It's not... They very rarely is it an expensive cost. So we'll get them to bring thread as well. No, don't worry about that. And then... Actually, they're going to bring us a bunch of leather, so... Yeah, I'm still going to ask for a few. Cow, horse, donkey. Chicken, cat, pig. Backpacks. Yeah, sure. Sand, glass, I have sand here. So I will tell them though to bring coke and charcoal. And did I pass it already? Yeah, it's in stone. No, I don't want... do I want blocks? No, I don't want blocks. Is there not stone? Pretty sure there's stone. There it is. I want them to bring somewhere on this list, if they have it, these two. Bituminous coal and lignite. That's fuel. And it turns into coke, and it's a fuel, and if I'm thinking, if I know it correctly, it's worth like 4 times the amount as a piece of charcoal that you make from a piece of wood. So it's way more efficient. They are going to need footwear and legwear next year. So we could start an industry in that if we wanted to. We don't really have animals, so we couldn't do it out of leather. But chances are we're going to make it for our gear or our crew anyways. So those guys are unloading. We're going to get our broker here because our stuff is also there. But the one thing I want to do really quick is I just want to show you the world map here. So you can center on your fort, and yours is the yellow one here. You can't zoom in, which is, I mean, I kind of wish you could get a better look at the land, like when you're embarking. But maybe I just don't know the full feature of it. But basically, you know, it shows you the various embarks and fortresses nearby, the human ones that are also nearby. So in this case, we're not close to any elves, it doesn't look like. So elves will have over here the trees and stuff. That's going to be elf. And then the other thing you kind of want to watch out for is these guys. These are goblins. And so like obviously there's something going on at this one. No squads available. So who knows what's going on there, but we can check out the news and rumors, and this is kind of what the liaison is going to tell you, and it's going to change. So you can see that in the early spring, Rith Tongstuk became the mayor, became the expedition leader. A group calling itself the Tome of Deer founded Blake Clocks after a long journey from the Hatchet Craters. So these guys traveled over here, and it looks like they set up a new place to live. And so somebody was kidnapped from here. So I don't know. I haven't explored every bit of this yet. But so that's what they talk about when they say news and rumors. We don't want to have... It looked like it's giving you options to raid stuff. It could have been me by clicking on stuff by mistake, but we don't want to do that. That's basically what I wanted to show you. News and rumors, center on fort. Civilizations will also tell you, though, this is what we're asking for. Trade agreed in year 100. I want all that stuff, and then they're requesting footwear and legwear down at the bottom. So that's where you go and look what you've requested and what they want. So we should have our broker there now, and now we can do the trade option. So I like to just select everything and see what we got. Okay, so we got 3,100 to work with, but in reality, I want to go to this bin here, and I don't want to select everything. Now, one handy feature I want to point out is if you hold shift, you can scroll by page. So you can go through this list a little bit quicker, because when you mouse wheel, it's really, really slow. So we're just going to manually, I don't think you can click, you have to click here. We're going to manually click all of these crafts. Well, maybe not all of them. What I'll do is... Wait, is that the right bin? Yeah, it is the right bin. I usually like to give them a gift, so we'll probably give them a gift of gems. Shale mugs. We want to keep all of those goodies for ourselves. If I take that out, we only got a 1,700 to barter with, which isn't a ton. Yeah, definitely not. Let's see what we're actually going to buy, though. Like, gotta watch out. This is like, I don't know the qualities exactly, but obviously these are high quality ropes. I don't want to pay 1,000 for it. But I'll take the cheap water skins. See, I'll take the cheap toys. I feel like it makes the kids a lot happier. I don't really want any cages. I'm not going to buy any barrels of anything or buckets. We've got weapons. I guess I could take a couple more picks. So what we're wanting to keep an eye out while we're trading is the green here. This is going to determine how, you know, how close we are to trading. If you go into the yellow, they might deny your trade. So that's just something to keep in mind. I'll take those two for 50. but we're not going to worry about all of that stuff. Cave read, nope. We'll check out the bins after. Nope, nope. Take an anvil, sure. I want to buy the meat. Looks like we're catching up once I made another farming plot. I could buy some of these, but we're going to make our own. I'll buy all the thread. And it's kind of expensive for a backpack. Yeah, I'd rather get these quivers here. And then I shouldn't really need any of these. Cheese always seems to be 50. Like, no matter what. And they always bring cheese from what I've seen. So, yeah, we won't worry about cheese. Let's go back to the bins for a minute here. Bins. And so the one thing you got to watch out for is sometimes, like, if you do the math, this bin contains 10 items. And they all are between 30 but under 50. So if you do 50 times 10, that's 500. So they're charging you 500 for the bin. Like, you don't want to just click and buy everything. Whereas, how about this? So same deal here. They're charging you for 100 for the leather bin when 4 of them are worth 10. That's 40, and then the other ones are worth 5. So you're looking at like 70. But I just want the bin anyways. So in that case, I'll do it. I'm going to look and see what the cheapest silk is. It looks like that. Actually, do they have pigtail up here? Yeah, see, the pigtail is even more, though, than the cave spider. So we'll just grab a few pieces of the cave spider if they have it. Sheep wool cloth is pretty cheap, too. So yeah, basically, I'm just trying to stay in that green margin. We'll buy some llama as well. We'll buy all the cheap cloth. Then they can make gloves and socks and all that good stuff. I bet we're getting close to the margin here. 24. I buy this whole bin? I bought the whole other bin, right? And we're still in the green. I don't think I needed anything else. You know what? If I take all these off, can I get a hurdy-gurdy? Perfect. So we're going to trade this, and then they were happy for it. They weren't ecstatic. Sometimes it'll tell you that they were super happy with the trade. But what we're going to do here is, because it's our mountain home, I'm going to offer them this entire chest of gems for free and be like, hey guys, we still remember you. Don't forget about us. Okay, so that was our first trade, or our first, basically first trade from our mountain home. So they're going to gather some fruit and stuff to keep busy. We're going to, we've got our craft store workshop set up. Everything is going all right. We've got bedrooms more or less for all of our dwarves. Did I leave enough space here to make another set of bedrooms? I made it too wide there. See, I didn't. If I make it 1 wide though, we can. Yeah, so I think what we'll do is we'll get that going. So there's a few more rooms back up. Have 8 on standby. So I don't need to worry about those guys anymore. That's the food. Yeah, food is going up. Good. Okay. So I'm going to move this. Well, hold on. Let me take a look. Let's look at our workshops. So that's... I picked it like in a bad spot. Oops. Anywho. Now we could get a bowyer going right away, but I don't think that's what we really want to do. We've got our stone worker. We don't really need a jeweler. I think a mechanic's not a bad idea. We're gonna just smack the... Oh, I can't do it there. It doesn't need to be in the... We'll do a separate area here for the one-offs. I feel like some factories we're going to need a few. So for example, I might as well build another stone workshop. Shale. And then, yeah, you know what? I'll just double up on everything. And another carpenter. And the reason why I do this is if somebody has a strange mood, they're going to take over the workshop and it's going to become unavailable. So in my mind, in my mind, it makes just sense to have it set up that way. Oh, actually, no, I wanted to move this one anyways. Cancel that one. That's the crafts dwarf. Workshop, crafts, shale. And we'll cancel that one. They're going to dig out the rooms down there. We should probably set up a hospital though too. Why don't we... And we dig out this area here. We'll dig out this hallway here. And then we'll just make... We'll make a little room. So what we can do is we can... Yeah, that'll be perfect. So we'll set... will it be perfect? No. Erase this. And this. Or what we're going to do... We're going to make a well in here. We won't do it this episode. But we'll do it next episode. So we'll need... bed in here. And then once they dig out, prioritize that. So we dig out that, and we're going to build a mechanic workshop right inside there. Add a shale to keep them all matching. Did they finish that? Okay, perfect. And then we're going to go doors. Put a door on the front. Then we'll set, or actually what we want to also do, we want to put a chest in here. That's super important so they store the materials needed. See? Migrants. That's why I always try and plan ahead with the bedrooms. So before we do that, we're going to set this area and not this area. Yes, that area. Actually, yeah, we'll just do that for now. And we'll call this a new hospital. The Homes of Whipping. Sounds like a lovely place to get better. So the reason why we built the machine bench too is because we're going to make a traction bench for the hospital. I don't think I really need it yet. We're not like doing surgery. We're going to need that. I want to start setting it up. So rock table. Let's make one rock table. Nope, one limestone table. When amount of limestone tables is less than 2. And we need only one limestone to do that. And then we'll go rock throne and we'll double that up. So we'll build 2 of them out of, yeah, we'll do limestone. We'll do yeah, and we'll do when there's less than 4, make 2. No, less than 2, make 2. That'll give us 4. Sure. Sometimes it makes sense in my head, sometimes it doesn't. Okay, so there's thrones and coffers. Oh, we're doing limestone everything, eh? You know what? We're going to change this to bauxite. And then I'm going to get rid of those. Less than 2 bauxite tables. Make 1 bauxite table. And then less than 2, less than 3 bauxite thrones. 22. Sure. That makes more sense kind of in my head. Okay, so we're making thrones, we're making coffers and beds and doors, bauxite blocks. Let's add rock blocks out of shale. This is going to be more of our general building. So make 10 at a time if there's less than 100. So that's going to keep them busy for a bit, and they're going to need 10. Oh, no, wait. See, I like to do it like this. Shale blocks. Yeah, see, 12. So then, yeah, you do 3, because 3 blocks makes 4 shale. Okay? That should keep us going for a bit. What about all the migrants? Did I miss them all already? Usually I like to keep track of them, but at the beginning... Oh, yeah, see, there they are. Follow the line. Okay. So we got furnace operator. Look at all those. This guy, I think. Uzal. Yeah, that guy's gonna be the tavern keeper. And then we'll make this guy a performer. And then I don't have a chest in there either. We want to put a chest because then they store the mugs in there. Okay. Oh, but I still want to go back and look at the rest of these guys. Are you good at anything? Yeah, this guy. He's labeled as a performer, eh? Oh, no, yeah, I did. I set him as the performer. I recognize his name now. What about you? Okay. Id. Militia commander. Id. And then... Child. March Dwarf. I think I'm going to keep the March Dwarf separate, and then we're going to make a small crew of March Dwarf's archers after. What about labor? Does he have hunt? Yeah. Is that all of them? Okay. So we got 22 showing up, and we've got 14 plus 8. Is that 22? That is 22. Well, that's perfect. So then there should be mining that out in a second here. And then what we want to do is probably set up... Oh, I keep doing... I must have rebound keys on this and I don't like it. Because O should be... I thought... See, it's supposed to be like capital O, but it's not. Anyways, let's do, again, bed and rock door. And we'll go 8 of each. That way we'll have basically rooms for them. Oh, wait a minute. I want the doors to match. I'm picky like that. Bauxite doors to be specific. So then those rooms are all good. You guys coming to mine or what? Who's mining? Get on it. Where else are you guys mining? Oh yeah, they're working on that because I set it as 3 by accident. Keep them busy. Okay, so what we need though, did I dig out that spot up there? Okay, so we're going to set a barracks right here, except, and then we're going to go and we're going to put furniture, a chest, and a cabinet down here. What do you mean? What do you mean no cabinet? Don't I have a standing order for a cabinet? I'm making them too busy here. We'll wait to see if they throw it in the pile in a minute. Coffer. Bauxite table. So we have that set up now, so we can go rock mechanisms. We only want to make one at a time out of shale. Actually, what I want to do before I decide if it's shales, I want to go check out stone use. Shale. So shale is not magma safe. So in my eyes, it might not be the best choice. What else do I have? Is bauxite? Bauxite is. Okay, so we are gonna go to our back to our work order and we're gonna set this as bauxite. So I don't know for sure, but in my opinion, I just want to have my mechanisms magma safe. I don't want them to be an issue later if they're gonna be affected. So if we have less than one, make one. But you need at least one box. Oops. Okay. Bauxite mechanisms. They should have done some mining there. Still waiting on rock cabinet. Pause shale block. Pause shale block. Make other stuff. Shale blocks are important right now. You know what? I'm going to add a straight up work order for rock cabinet. Do it right now. Do it. Just do it. Do it now. Plum helmet spawn. I got food. We got drink. I think we're gonna have to step up our drink. We'll probably take a relook over the work orders next episode. I think we're gonna cut her short here in the next couple minutes. That's cabinet, furniture, cabinet in here. Okay. So then what we want to do is we're going to create a new squad, and the plan is to have them wearing metal. So the bronze banners sounds splendid to me, but I do not like that background color. Let's do like a nice royally purple, and then the symbol will be like white. Yeah, sure, we'll just do white, but we'll do that one. Done. Actually, maybe I should do it because it's bronze. Should I do it like... It's a bronzy color. Like that? Or is that copper? Do like that. On that. Sure. The brown banners. Okay, so we want to add some people to this squad. And so it looks like we've got a bunch of people that have no skills. This guy's a butcher, so he knows how to use an axe. And then this guy's a legendary bone carver, and as cool as that is, I'm not going to be using it a ton. So he's going to join the squad, and I think we'll just do that for now. That's 3 people that's going to be on the squad, get into training. So you can select them, and you can go to their equipment, and they are going to, we picked that already, metal. And there's not a ton for them to pick, but they're going to grab what they can. You shouldn't have to worry too much about it. And if you're dealing with archers, I hear there's a bug right now. So if you want to make an archer squad, make it from the start. Otherwise, you can't set ammunition for them. Okay, so we got the bronze banners. We're going to set their schedule. You can go like that, and it'll show you the entire monthly schedule. But we want to switch over to staggered training. I want them to work sometimes as well and do all that other stuff. I'm pretty sure they'll go and drink and eat and be merry every once in a while. But we'll set them up as staggered training. And then we're going to go over to our barracks and we're going to choose a squad. And they're not going to sleep in here. They have their own bedrooms, but they're going to train and store their equipment there. And if I recall, there's a way to set it so that they take off. There's somewhere you can set it so they take off their clothes, but I just leave it as is. They're wearing that all the time. Okay, struck Jasper. Well, I think that's a pretty good point. So we've got a squad now training to keep us a little more prepared. Eventually what we're going to do is close this in and lock ourselves in a little bit so we're a little more protected. And then, yeah, we're going to keep expanding, and hopefully next episode we'll redo some of our work orders, get our get our industry started. And I think part of that's going to be doing a little bit of digging to see if we can find any proper burning material other than just bloody wood, because it's not ideal. Anyways, I hope you guys got something out of this. If it's the holiday season for you, have a great one. I probably won't be having a video up for the next couple episodes, but I appreciate you if you stop by, and we'll be back with episode 3 in the future. Have a good one, everybody.